Hi, everyone, and welcome back to the Searching for Happiness podcast. I am your host, Joseph Grable, and today I have with me director and writer Terrence Holtz.
What's up,
How are you doing today, bro?
Pretty good. My bad for that.
Yeah, you're good, man. I didn't even see what happened.
How y'all doing?
Good, man.
How you doing?
I'm good, man. You know, I've been on cloud nine the last few days for sure.
Yeah.
What about you?
Man, good, man. I've just been trying to stay busy, you know, just directing films, doing business on the side, you know, just trying to stay busy.
You have your thesis. You're shooting your thesis soon, right?
Well, it's not really a thesis. I graduated in October of like 2021, so this is more like a passion project.
Even better, dude.
Yeah, it's more
even
of a passion project. Yeah.
Dope.
It's an awareness on black on black gun violence. I think it's something that's really been hitting me a lot, like hard, just because like I hate seeing people kill each other, but I also just hate seeing, you know, black people kill one another, because I think, you know, as one, I feel like we could be like, you know, a strong force, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Not nothing negative like we're taking over or anything, but just I think we could do like so much great things, and our history shows it too, you know. So yeah, man.
100%, dude.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I've been seeing you doing the campaign and stuff.
Yeah, man.
It's hella awesome.
Yeah,
dude.
campaign.
What was the name of it again? I know it had a good name.
Yeah, it's called Guns, a Ghetto Urban Nigga Story.
Yeah, okay,
yeah.
that was it. That was it. Okay, I knew it was
Yeah.
called Guns, but I wasn't. I didn't remember. I couldn't remember the analogy for it. So that's great, dude.
Yeah.
That's great. I'm excited to see it, dude. If you need any help, if it's on the weekend, let me know for sure.
Yeah, no, it's definitely going to be on the weekend. Like that's like the best time to shoot. I feel like.
Yeah. Well, we all have like jobs, now,
you know what I mean?
and, like lives and school, and like everyone's all like. We have some homies that are still in school, and then some homies that aren't in school. Some homies that work a lot, some homies that don't work a lot.
Right.
So you know, it's a mixture. So weekends are always best to do it.
Yeah,
but like we were just talking about earlier, like if you need a colorist.
No, definitely,
you know,
dude. I'm definitely
trying to color grade, dude.
I definitely believe in like working with friends, bro. That's all I want to do is just make like films with my friends, bro. You know, like if you have people that are just there for money, it's kind of like, you know. But you have people that are there like for the passion and want to be there for like the fun of it and the thrill of it and the experience, bro. I feel like that's when you get the best projects.
100%,
you know?
dude. I agree. I agree, dude. Yeah, dude. If you need help with anything, I even do AD work and stuff too.
Oh
so.
yeah, I heard.
Yeah,
I heard.
Yeah.
Can we get into that? Or do you want to get into
that?
that?
We can get into that,
dude. Yeah, I mean, well, congratulations on the Disney job.
Thank you, man.
Yeah,
Thank
dude.
you so much.
That's lit, bro. Honestly, because like, bro, like I feel like that is like that's literally the doors opening for you to be like, boom, I'm Joseph Grable. Well, here I am. You know what I mean? Because like that's going to lead to like more opportunity, obviously, in Disney. Whether you want to go like stay in Disney and like do Disney movies, or maybe do a Marvel movie. And would you be down to do a Marvel movie?
Yeah, dude. Well, I don't know if I should say it, but like this, I'm doing a Marvel show. So like I'll be on like a Marvel show. I just don't know what show or like what it's about. Or I don't know anything about it.
They kept that hush
yeah,
hush.
they keep it hush hush for me for sure, at least. And yeah, so the story is like I got the internship as an AD with Disney.
Yeah.
Like I just found out. By the time this comes out, it'll be probably like a month or two by then. But I just found out like a few days ago. Yeah. You know what I mean? And so like I've just been on a cloud nine of just like this constant like, oh my gosh, like I don't even know, is this real?
Right.
Like when I first got the email, I got an email like 3 weeks ago from this lady. It was just. It looked random, okay? Just like sus and
like
random.
A spam.
Yeah, like I was like, She's like, are you interested in this internship opportunity? I was like, yes, but this looks a little weird. Yeah. Like, because it was just blank. There was no signature. There was no nothing. Yeah. You know, nothing you would expect from a company. You know what I mean? And so I was like, this is weird. I was like, I'll just respond. I'll be like, yes, is it paid? And she's like, yes, of course. I was like, cool. I was like, call me. Well, I didn't even know it was Disney yet.
Okay.
I didn't even know it was Disney yet. Because, like, they had no taglines, no nothing. It was just blank. It was just and that was it. That was the girl's name that hit me up. And
that's
so,
even like kind of like suspect.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like I was just like, okay, like this is
sorry.
Yeah, I love you. You like made my dreams come true, but like no, like legit. I was like, this is an interesting email, and I replied to it. You know, I got on the phone with her, and then as I talked to her, I was like, okay, I think this is like the real deal. But she still hadn't said for what company or nothing, right? And so it was kind of like an interview. Like I didn't even realize it was an interview till after the fact.
She was interviewing right then and there?
Yeah, like right then and there over the phone. I was like,
wow.
Yeah, she's like, so, you know, what do you do in your free time and this and that? And I started talking about like my podcast, and then I talked about like oh, like I've AD'd over like 8 student projects between theses and just passion projects. Yeah. She's like, oh, okay. She's like, I saw that on your resume. And she's like, okay. She's like, any other experience? I was like, well, I produced a few music videos. I produced a few short films. And then, like, we're just talking about, like, my work. And, like, this is why I didn't think it was an interview. We were just talking about my work. And then she's like, okay, great. You'll hear from us later. I was like, okay.
Bro, what?
I was like, what? I was like, okay. She's like, we'll definitely call you on the next interview. I was like, okay. Yeah. I was like, I didn't know that was an interview, but okay. Yeah, I was like, that's dope. And then she called me. And the next interview was literally like, hey, Joseph, what was your availability again? I was like 24/7. Because I knew it was something at this point. I was like, okay, it's something. I was like 24/7. Yeah. She's like, okay, great. Awesome. Love the answer. She's like, I'll call you back in a few hours. And then, like, she sent me this email. And then it was like, welcome to Disney Studios. I was like, oh shit. My God. I was like, no way. Man. I was like, that's crazy. And then, like, the next one I got was like, welcome to Marvel Studios. Bro, I was like, oh.
This is fire, bro.
It was so crazy. Yeah. But, like, that's kind of all I think I could really say about it.
Yeah, dude. I mean, we want to keep it real.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, you know, for sure. But
I was gonna say, like, bro, when it comes to working hard to your moment, you know, like your moment to getting that shot, like, and you finally get that moment, get that shot, bro. It's like you're just like so much in the moment, you don't really like have time to think to celebrate, you know, or to like to be like, I made it. You know what I mean? Like you're just so much into that moment. You're like, man, like what's next? Right. Exactly. Or like what how can I do to keep this? You know, because my biggest thing is like, I was just telling somebody this, I do Lyft sometimes, you know, I'm a Lyft driver, and sometimes, dude, I be having conversations with these people, and I was having a conversation with this guy, and we were saying, I was saying like, dude, because like for me, I always wanted to be a director, right? When I first got into film, I always wanted to be a director, right? And my biggest fear is to like be on set and someone look at me and be like, oh, like that person doesn't know what he's doing. You know what I mean? Like I study so hard, and I make sure like my job on the set is like good, like no matter what I do, whether I'm a director, producer, PA, whatever the case may be, you know, I do it to the fullest of my ability, so people like could look at me and be like, yo, he like gave his full effort, and although he might have fucked up, like, hey, like he gave his full effort, and he showed improvement from the last time, and or like if it's the first time, like he's good, you know, we could call him back because he's reliable. He at least like tries, wants to be there. You know, I'm not saying I go on set and fuck up, but I'm saying like I try to work hard, bro. You know, and I think I got that from like playing sports my whole life. You know, I'm really, really involved in sports. I love sports. I play basketball, UFC, all that stuff, right?
I tell people all the time, the most hardworking people I see in this industry are either ex-athletes or veterans.
Dude.
Straight up. Right? Straight up, dude. And I don't care what anybody says, bro. Ex-athletes and veterans and people that have been through some shit, dude, hardest workers in the industry. Everybody else, good luck. Good luck.
They just got money or something. I don't know.
That's exactly it. That's literally it. I was discussing this with somebody. Is you sometimes for some people you have to have money to make it. You have to. Like you can work as extremely hard as you want for as long as you want, and you won't make it until you got that money to back you. You know what I mean? Yeah. There's some people that just got that grit and can do it from the ground up, and there's some people that need that assistance. And it's like each option isn't bad. You know what I mean? Like everyone has their own thing and gets places their own way, but it's like that's the reality of things too, though. You know, and I think what you were kind of saying is like I relate with you is we get lost in our ambition. And we get lost, like we don't ever celebrate. I think it was like this speech Drake did or something like that. Was it for MTV? It was like some award, and he discussed how he never celebrates and he never really thinks about anything other than what's next. You know? And I feel like that's a lot of creators, and like I feel like as a creative person, like it's hard to take a step back and realize you're making something great because like we've been working on it so long we don't really think it's great anymore, which is something I suffer from a lot. I work on like an episode so long, I'm like, man, this shit's trash. You know what I mean? That's just natural. Or it's like you just put so much work into it and it takes out so much of you that you just, I don't know, it's just like a drug.
Yeah.
It's just like a drug that keeps making you want to come back and do it over and over.
Yeah.
I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah, and it's like, do you get, is that you getting lost in the moment? Like you like working so hard, like say you're doing an edit, right? And it's so tedious, but like, you know, it could be better and you're working so hard and you get it to the point where you're like, all right, cool. And you show it to somebody and like, oh, it's dope. But you're like thinking it's trash. Like, is that you like being lost in that moment of just editing? Or is that like, you know, what is that? You know what I mean? Is that working hard, or is that like, I don't know what that is. You know, I always ask myself that because like it's weird too. I get put in the mood. Like something like when I start editing something, I always just put myself in the mood where I'm kind of mean. You know what I mean? Like I'm in like game mode. You know, where I'm kind of mean. I'm kind of like, if you talk to him like real short, real like, you know, I'm like my best friend Pablo. He knows. He's like, dude. It's like, I already know you're editing. I'm not even gonna talk to you. And it's like, and I'm not even trying to be a jerk or nothing, but it's just like, dude, I'm just so locked in on this, dude. Like I just come off as that, and it's like, dude, like I hate doing that too, because like I know it's like mean to me, you know, and I hate to be mean to people, you know, but I'm like, damn, I'm just really focused on this. I'm really like locked in, like, you know, would you know what that is? Maybe
I know what that is.
What is that? What is that?
I mean, I don't know, but I get it. Like I get it. Like I totally get what you mean. I'm the same way. Like. You kind of just get so focused on your work, and any distraction can mess the littlest thing up.
Right, like I guess like flip your mood maybe.
Yeah, like for instance, like I'm married, you know, some people know I'm married, some people know I'm not, but I'm married, and so like when I'm like working and editing, I kind of shut off the world behind me. Like, even though it's just in this little corner right here, and there's nothing blocking it, there's no wall or nothing, and my wife could still be, like, sitting here watching TV, but, like, I don't hear it.
Right.
I, like, genuinely, like, I think when you're so focused on work and you're so focused on your creative process, you can truly block things out without even subconsciously realizing it.
Yeah.
And I tend to do that, and so that does happen to me. So when Sabrina's like, Joseph, and she says it like a third time, I'm like, what?
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like I hear you, like
what? Can't you just say something like else than Joseph? Yeah, like I heard you. I was like, what? And you just said my name again. You know, like I understand that. Like it's because I get distracted and then I gotta pull away.
You gotta like suck yourself out, right?
Yeah, and then like it hurts your eyes sometimes, like because like I edit all the time because of my podcast and I can get into music videos and stuff like that, and like color grading, of course. So, you know, I edit all the time. I'm even having to go get glasses.
Yeah, well,
like,
I'm a nerd. I wear glasses. My whole life I wear glasses.
I had glasses when I was younger, and as I've gotten older, my sight got better.
Oh wow!
But because this year I've just been editing, like probably well over 100 hours this year. I'm just editing. My eyesight's going bad again. It's going like I'll be like standing from maybe this distance to that door right there, and I normally would be able to read it just fine, and like now it's kind of fuzzy, or like I didn't notice it till I went to Oregon this last time a month ago, and I was at a sportsman show with my family, and I was walking and I was trying to read the signs as I was walking, but it was blurry. I was like, oh no. I was like,
sir, I'm sorry to say this, but you're going blind.
Yes. I was petrified. Dude, I was like, no.
That sucks, bro.
Yeah, so like, I was like, wow.
You gotta protect them. You gotta protect those eyes for sure.
Yeah, I started thinking about it, though. All our editing teachers had glasses. Every editor I know has glasses. Bro.
Freddie didn't have glasses.
Freddie says he wears contacts.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I asked Freddie. I was like, "How do you not wear glasses?" He's like, "Oh no, I do. I just hate them." So
okay.
He's like, "I just wear contacts."
I love glasses, bro. It's weird. It's part of my style.
Dude, I love the style of your glasses. Those are the style I go for. The glasses too. I think I'm gonna do because I'm gonna have to get them anyways. Yeah. I'm gonna get the all clear ones. So.
Oh yeah.
I was like, those are fire.
Those are fire.
Maybe like a little bit more square.
Bro, you gotta show off those eyes, bro. You gotta like no distraction from those eyes, bro. You know what I mean? Like you got some like beautiful color, like beautiful eyes, bro. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like so you gotta show them off, bro, as best you can, bro.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, bro. All natural. Like you get to zoom in on those bad boys. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, like imagine if I was walking around with eyes like that, bro. I would be.
That is probably. I will say it's probably like my biggest complimented feature.
Yeah.
Eyes, for
sure. Yeah, dude. Yeah. What's your go-to, like, you know, like I don't know. Is it your eyes? Like when you're younger, was your go-to thing was like your eyes? Like would you like give like, you know, people your eyes and be like, Can I have some more? You know,
my
like
humor was my go-to.
Oh, humor, bro! I
that
rely on that so much, bro.
Bro, I was such a clown as a child. It was so weird, bro, because like, you know how like you grow up, like there's different stages of growing up. So sometimes they're funny, sometimes they're not. Like in the school crowds and stuff like that. It was so weird, bro, because like when I was younger, like I'd say elementary through majority of like high school. Like I was known as like that really like annoying guy, and like there's just like that guy that made all those jokes. Yeah. And then like my senior year of high school, I'm just automatically this super funny guy. And I'm like, y'all are just now laughing. Like,
but I was saying this in third grade,
yeah,
bro. Like,
exactly. I'm
way ahead of my time. Like,
you know, so it's crazy. So humor was always a thing, but like. I never really, like, I always got compliments on my eyes, obviously, but, like, I never paid attention to the compliments.
Right. Until
one time I was working for Taco Bell when I was in high school, and this gay guy, he just, like, he came up to me, like, randomly, and this is the first time it ever happened to me. He's like, hey, can I just, like, look into your eyes? I was like, that's weird. I was like, that's weird.
That's weird, but yes.
I was like, that's weird. I asked him, like, why? He's like, those are just, like, the most gorgeous eyes. I'm like, I was, like, 16. Like,
oh, my God. How old was
he? He was, like, 18, 19. Like, he was, it's still, but it was, like, it was more acceptable. It wasn't as gross. It wasn't as gross as it would have been someone way older. You know what I mean? It was still gross, but it wouldn't have been as gross.
You're like, all right.
But it was still just like, ever since then, I have noticed the amount of times people have mentioned my eyes. And like, it's crazy. Like, like that is my go-to feature. Everybody notices though.
Yeah, and it's like people like, you know how I just complimented you on your eyes. People try to make it a gay thing, and it's like it's not really gay, bro. Like I feel like it's always been a thing where it's like for me, I've always been comfortable with who I am. I know I'm straight. I'm a straight man. Like women, right? And it's like if I give somebody a compliment, anybody, guy, girl, whoever, like I'm gonna give them a compliment just because like. That's how I feel. And, like, I want you to make sure I feel that way. I want to make sure you feel happy and you know that. You know what 100%. I mean?
Well, I always tell people, like, I always tell my homies I love you. You know what I mean? Like, and I love how society now is, like, realizing that's not, like, you know, a gay thing to say for men to do. And I've always said that to my homies. And, you know, I've even had other homies be like, why do you say that? Like, I was like, bro, I could never see you again after tomorrow.
Fam, you never know what happens tomorrow. You never know what happens the next second. You know what I mean?
like literally, like you just never know. I was like, people gotta know that they're loved, man.
Yeah.
And you know, especially when they're going through hard times.
Yeah.
Especially when they're going through hard times.
You know,
I think that's when they need to know it the most.
Yeah, you know, I went through, dude, like probably 2 years ago now. My dad passed away, bro.
Oh wow, I'm sorry
and
to
like,
hear that, bro.
yeah, dude, it sucks, bro. And you know, I think about it every day, you know. But like, it was one of those times. Like, my dad's always been that type of guy to like, always never say like I love you like frequently, you know. And like towards the end of his life, he would do that, you know. He had younger kids of his own. He kind of have a mess of life himself, but he had younger kids of his own. Great man, you know. And so like literally our last day together, I was on the couch in the living room. Sunday football, you know, watching football. I fell asleep. He's on the couch writing something for his business, right? And so he leaves to go to the gym like a regular day, right? And you know, he's like, oh yeah, you're not gonna get the he's like, do we need anything from the store? I'm gonna go to the store. I'm like, oh yeah, just trash bags. Like, bet, get the trash bags. All right, son, I love you. See you soon. You know, I said, love you. That was it, right? After that, bro, you know, I'm like going with my day. I was gonna go to the mall, and it's crazy because I never go to the mall. I hate the mall. Whatchamacallit? I hate the mall, bro. That was crazy. I hate the mall, bro. And like that day, I was gonna go get clothes to the mall and stuff like that, you know. And probably I went to the homie's house to chill. I picked him up. Was gonna go, and before we went, I get a call from the hospital. Like, oh, you know, it's Terrence Holtz. Yeah, he's like, your dad's in the hospital. It's not. So I go. I'm like, okay, you know, maybe it's you know, he's like tore something at the gym or something regular. So I'm driving. But I'm like. My mind's weird, bro. It gets to a weird place where if I don't know what's going on completely, if it's not transparent, I start thinking the worst. I start thinking everything, actually. Not the worst, but I just think everything. The worst, the good, everything, you know? And so I get to the hospital, you know, they tell me he passes away and stuff, man. That was a crazy moment in my life, bro, because one moment I'll never forget. I was literally all alone, just me by myself. I didn't know who to call, you know, just had to go through it myself for a second, you know? And so after that moment, bro, I knew like growing up, I kind of knew me and my dad this like reality of like life where it was like, you know, not every day is guaranteed, you know, and you know, when you think that, you know, you kind of realize like, damn, man, it's not guaranteed. Like life isn't guaranteed. Things aren't guaranteed. So you got to like really go hard. And you got to go hard when you have the moment. And so, you know, I knew like, dude, like I told my dad this one time, I was like, Dad, you know, I need to get the most out of you before you go, you know. And he's like, you know, we had that realization like, damn, you know, it's going to happen one day type thing. So, you know, like, you know, everything he did was teaching me just survival things, you know, everything in life, you know. And so, after he did that, you know, after he passed away, I knew for myself and for the family, for like my brother and sister, you know, damn, I got to go hard, even harder now, you know. So like, that's where I really started going hard and really pursuing film even more, you know. Like, I graduated in 2021, October 2021, and that was one of my goals in life, was to make sure my parents see me graduate college, and then also see me have kids. And the kids thing is kind of debatable because I'm like, I really don't.
Same, man.
It's a scary world, bro.
It's a scary world now. It's not the same
you
like
know?
it used to be.
You know what I mean? It's really, really scary, bro. Just with the people, with the technology, with just everything. I already have a brother and sister, like his kids, you know, brother and sister. That's like 13 and 10. So like, you know, they already like basically my kid. I kind of see them as my kids, honestly. They're my brother and sister, but sure. Yeah, you know what I mean. Like I treat them like kids because they're not old enough yet, you know. So I see them and I'm like, damn, you know what? I gotta go hard for them. I gotta go hard for like my best friend. He has cancer, you know, so I gotta go hard for him. I gotta go hard for obviously myself, but like my mom that never had a chance to like do what she wanted to do because she had kids, you know, tried it but they couldn't do it, you know. Like my dad's not here in the world. I'm going hard for everybody, you know. And like film's always like, for me, is my passion. I always thought it was my way out because I thought sports was going to be it, but like the way my body worked out, it didn't really work out that way. I wasn't 6'5". Dude,
sometimes that happens.
Dude, if I was 6'5", bro, I'm making the NBA. I'm telling you, bro. But I'm not. I'm 6 foot. But anyway, you know, I look at film, bro, as like the harsh reality and the harsh escape of life. You know, and honestly, bro, like it's telling stories that like people can't tell. You know what I mean? It's telling stories that like people, you know, obviously got to Hollywood it up a little bit, make it like more like, you know, make it more cool and stuff like that. Yeah, right, and get the right angles and stuff. But like at the end of the day, it's like, dude, you gotta like, this is it. Like this is my escape, and I gotta find a way to like keep going at that dream. You know, and it's not like a dream where it's impossible, right? It's not like a dream where it's like a president or something. That's not impossible, but it's like kind of hard to be the president of the United States or like, you know. So it's like, it's one of those dreams where it's like, dude, it's possible. A lot of people's done it. A lot of people that's like not even up there, like famous wise, like have done it. You know what I mean? There's a lot of people that like are just low key as heck, but just make a lot of money and make films they want to make. That's fine with me, bro.
So many, dude.
You know, and traveling the world too. That's one thing I want to keep doing too. I did that at a young age, and I want to keep doing that too. So, I think, you know, I think everything happens for a reason. I think you meet people for a reason. I think people go for a reason. I think people come in your life for a reason. You know, and you know, I think it's one of those things where you gotta like, you know, just roll with the punches, bro, and take each blessing as you go. And that's why I'm like so excited for you and the opportunity for Disney, you know, because like, dude, it's like, man, it's just one step into your story, bro. Like you have your own story, and like it's already written out. You just gotta just write it out. You know what I mean? Like it's so dope, you know. So congratulations again.
Yeah, first and foremost, I feel sad for you,
man.
brother. Like that's really hard. So I was getting over here a little teary eyed. Like, that's rough, dude. Because I know, like, you know, I've never had a situation like that, but I've lost like a sibling. And the thing I did on the last day was it wasn't a normal day for me. Like my brother was like sick of cancer, so he passed from cancer. But I spent the whole day, because I was like 10, so I don't understand this shit. You know what I mean? I don't understand any of that shit. Not many 10-year-olds do. And so like I spent the day kind of playing video games instead of being like with my brother. And so like the day after he passed, and I realized like, that dude ain't ever coming back. I've lived with that regret. And I was like 10 and I still remember that shit. You know what I mean? So like kind of going back to like saying you just don't know when someone's last day is, and you got to get the most out of it is I preach you for, like, I like praise you for that, bro, because it's the truth, dude. It's just the truth. You never know when you're going to lose something. Same thing with my uncle, you know, he died by suicide. He was fine the day before. Next day, gone. You know what I mean? And so I always preach to my homies that you got to show the love, like let people know they're loved, let people know that they matter, you know, go hard for people, like you're saying, like everything I'm doing is for my mom too, you know, for my siblings as well, you know, you know, I just want people to be successful and happy in my family. I don't want people to stress about money anymore.
Man.
You know what I mean?
It's crazy.
Like, it's just, you know, like, I feel like that's why we get so long. We get along very well, is because we have very similar goals in life. We have very similar aspirations and ambitions.
And it's not even trying to like cross each other.
No,
it's like trying to go parallel with each other.
Yeah,
you know? Like
yeah.
I come, you come. Like we just keep going, you know, together. You know, I think like once I make it, you know, or once we make it, bro, we all make it. Once I make it, you make it, we all make it. You know, it's one of those things where it's like, dude, like, man, like, it's you got to go hard for the people that aren't here anymore. Like, that's why I like to think these last couple of years. So these past couple of years, like, bro, growing up, I would say I had a pretty good life growing up. Like my mom worked for a cruise line, take cruises. Cool. My dad was a cop, got good benefits, good health benefits, you know. So I've always been healthy, kind of growing up, kind of got what I want. Only child too, you know. Mm-hmm. And dude, like, I was really cool growing up, but in the last like 4 or 5 years, you know, COVID and on, bro, like so many deaths in my family, bro. You know what I mean? I had another little brother pass away from fentanyl, bro. You know, like, that, dude, it was fucking tragic, you know. And you know, my grandma passed away from old age. You know, I'm mad about that, but like, you know, if it's from old age, it's life. You know what I mean? It's like it's not a happy death, I'm sure. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, I'm grandma. It was my great grandma too, bro.
Yeah, same. Yeah,
you know, my great grandma. So it was one of those things that obviously I was sad. But I was like, damn, you know,
it's life.
It was time, grandma. I love you, but you know, it's cool. But yeah, bro, like, you know, I'm like, damn, and how can I do this by being happy? How can I make money? How can I make money? How can I follow my dreams? And how can I do all this film? Music. I'm not really into music. I love music, but I don't know how to really, like, I'm not really into the patience for beat making, you know? But I'm like, film, I love telling stories, you know what I mean? I'm like, man, I just love this. And I look back on my life and I was like, damn, like, I really been into film my whole life. Like, everything I do is like film wise, or film thing. Like, I've been in film video production classes in middle school and high school. Love that, straight A's. And I'm not really a straight A type of student. If I like you as a teacher, I'll get an A. But if I don't like you, bro, you know, if I don't like you, I'm gonna get an F. But it's kind of dumb because it's like you're ruining yourself, right? But it's like, yeah, dude, like video productions, I always like just dove deep in that, had the patience to really learn and get better, you know? So I was like, so after sports, I was like, yeah, let me just try this film thing out. And went to Los Angeles Film School, bro, and just went crazy from there, you know? Obviously, COVID happened. That sucks.
Yeah, you graduated in the middle of COVID, huh?
Yes. Well, like the post-COVID.
Like, post-COVID.
Like, it was like 2021. So was that still kind of?
I would still say it's COVID because I would argue the film industry didn't really open back up till 2022. I'm not gonna lie.
True. Because they just now are closing like
they're just now like I've been applying for jobs since August and I just got this Disney thing and it was the only thing that got back to me.
Wow.
Which is crazy to think. Which is absurd to think that out of all the companies that actually got back to me, it was Disney.
The top dog.
Like, I applied for, like, starter companies. Yeah. I applied for, like, companies that, like, they were known, but they obviously weren't as big as Disney, you know. I even met the CEOs of some of these companies and be like, yo, I put my application in. Yeah. Like, yo,
and here's my face.
Here's my face. Like, you know me as a person. Yeah. Like, yo, and nothing would happen. And I just answered that random email with the kind of shadiness to it, and like
you're just like, dude, fuck you.
Yeah, you're just like life is just weird.
Yeah, dude. You're just like, dude, fuck you. But then like Disney's like, yo, Joseph Grable, here you go. But that's what I was saying. That's God working, bro.
Yeah,
I really think that's God working, bro. Like really in your favor. Like he said, look, these Mickey Mouse jobs aren't gonna be here for that long. This job is freaking Disney, bro. Mm-hmm. It's Disney, bro. You're gonna be in the same. You work for the mouse. You're gonna be in the same room as freaking Kevin freaking Feige. That's true. You know what I'm saying? The guy that runs Disney. Hopefully, you know, I don't know if you're gonna be in the same room or not, but like one day, like let's do it. Let's talk about it. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. One day you might have a written idea, a new superhero that like does crazy stuff. I don't know. Mm-hmm. And then boom, Kevin Feige. Yo, I'm Kevin freaking Feige. How you doing? You know?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I'll be freaking dope, bro.
But
I'm
excited. Like you couldn't even, to kind of build off of that, you couldn't like, since you graduated though, Disney wasn't even hiring at that time.
At all.
Let alone any company in Hollywood.
Wow.
Like, do you even realize that? Like, because at the back end of COVID, nobody was still hiring. Everybody was getting laid off. Like, Disney just laid off, like, 50,000 people.
Damn.
Or something like that. That's why I was like, there's no way I'm getting this job. Like, there's no way. But they did, like, 50,000 people, like, worldwide or something like that. And, like, worldwide, I guess it's not that much. But that's still 50,000 people that lost their jobs. You know what I mean? Like, that's a lot of people. Like, to lose their jobs. But I was just like thinking, I was like, that's crazy. And so like all COVID people are just getting laid off. So I can't even imagine like graduating during it. I was stressed. I was glad I took months off during COVID, because if I didn't, I would have graduated in the middle of COVID.
Just like me, bro. You didn't want to do that. I mean, I didn't I didn't want to, but I didn't walk. I didn't do none of the graduation thing. I just just give my.
Well, I didn't. I wanted to graduate sooner. I just had so many like life issues coming up and about that I just kept dropping like a few months at a time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So really, it took me like 4 years to get my degree.
But like I said, bro, everything happens for a reason, bro. I think everything happens for a reason, and like you graduated right on time to the point where it's like, boom, you're open to the world now, you know. And so I mean, like, dude, the ball's just rolling, bro. You know what I mean? And like everything good happens for a reason, everything bad happens for a reason. It's just everything happens for a reason, bro. And like, it's just crazy, bro. Like, it's just crazy with like people's like, I don't know if it's a purpose. I don't know if I want to call it a purpose. I really don't know what I want to call it. It's like, dude, like. You know, I think people live their lives to the certain point to where it's like that was it, you know, like, and that's to like motivate this or to spark this in somebody else. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, man. It's just crazy. Maybe I just might be the creative movie person in me that thinks that way, but I don't know, man. So far, I mean, I'm 26 and I'm here. I'm making a movie. You know what I mean?
Dude, I
like,
love that, dude.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
I'm almost 25, so I
yeah.
yeah.
Oh no, shoot, no, I am 25. I'm sorry, I'm getting old. I'm 26 in October. Sorry.
I'm 25 in September.
In September, are you a Libra?
Actually, I'm on the last day of Virgo.
Oh,
on the very last day of Virgo.
Libra. What's like Virgo? I'm not really big into zodiacs like that.
I'm not either, really.
Dude, I remember this girl like went off on me for this. It was kind of crazy, but that's for some other time. But what, like, do you know your like sign like that?
Not really. I just know I'm a Virgo and that we're kind of shitbags according to women.
Wow.
Like, that's all I know.
Wow.
Like,
wow. I thought that was like Scorpio or something like that.
I mean, I heard Geminis aren't that great either.
Wow.
Though. Like, I don't know. I feel like it's just all them aren't great. All them just aren't great in their own qualities, and like everyone's just tripping on some shit. But I remember before I met my wife and I went on a few dates, that would always be a topic of discussion. What's your zodiac sign?
Oh, yeah.
And be like, I would literally be like, Virgo, Libra. And they'd be like, what? I'd be like, I'm literally on the last day of Virgo, and I feel more like a Libra. So I'm like,
Yeah.
And like, because I know a little bit about it, but like, I don't know much. And I've had girls be like, oh my gosh.
Dude, like totally ruin a whole date because of a zodiac sign.
Yeah, it's like, you guys are
and it's like, grow up.
Stop it. Like, stop it.
Bro, say it for the people in the back, bro.
Like, I'm looking at y'all. Stop that shit. No one gives a shit about your zodiac sign. No one cares.
You know what's important, bro? Like, do you have a stable job? Do you have insurance? Do you pay your bills on time?
Is your hygiene great?
Do you smell good?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Do you have personality? You know, those things matter. You know what I mean? It's, as a man, I feel like it's hard to get all those things right. You know what I'm saying? And trying to grow, too, it's hard. You know what I mean?
I watched this. I don't want to say his name because he's a terrible human being.
Oh, no.
But it was a clip. And it was on his show, but a guest made this point. And I don't remember the name of this guest. But he was just discussing, like, all these women were sitting around them.
Oh.
And they were, like, talking about their ideal man, and like right then and there on the podcast they like did all the statistics, like the mathematics for it.
Yeah.
And then they want a man that makes over 6 figures, that smells good, that does great hygiene, that drives a nice car, doesn't live with his parents, will support them, has their own business, and like all those qualities. And they're like, you realize your man 0.000000001% of men exists like that.
The ideal man.
The ideal man like that.
Yeah.
And they're like, what do you have to offer?
Literally.
And then like they all froze. They're like, I can learn how to cook. And he's like, learn how to cook. He's like, nah, bruh. He's like, y'all need to dip your standards real low.
Honestly.
Cause it's like those stereotypes of men are literally like you're only gonna find in, I'm sorry, like rich old white men or rich wealthy old men.
Maybe that's what these women are saying nowadays. Maybe they want old rich white men.
I don't know, but it's just like it's like the money they want everyone to be billionaires, bro. And it's like bro, I was like, all those people on their way out of this world, like they became billionaires because they're 90 years old, bro.
Right.
Like.
But dude, I blame social media, bro.
Oh, 100%.
I blame social media because like
the toxicity.
and it's crazy because like once you realize, because it took me a while to realize this, once you realize the toxicity of social media, like Twitter, for example. Twitter is nothing but like I got off of Twitter, bro, because I realized,
I've never even been on it, bro.
And good job, bro. Because honestly, bro, it's really a waste of time in my opinion. I remember in high school, my friends were really pushing for me to get Twitter. I got Twitter. I made some tweets, and I'm like, bro, I'm just sounding sad and depressed. Like like every time I sound sad and depressed, I'm getting likes and retweets, which is weird. But every time I try to promote something, I've always been a guy that's like promoting something, like myself, and as far as like my work, and I'm like, dude, why am I getting no work, like no retweets or nothing? This is kind of weird. Like, I don't know. This is like, where can I post my work and like get the status? You know what I mean? It's like Twitter's not it. Twitter's just for people that's like really sad. Like people like toxic. Like, oh, my ex broke up. Time to go do this. Like,
well, kind of Instagram's the same way.
Now it is, right?
Because it's like, I know what you mean by like, I'll post the sad stuff or like these life achievements.
Right.
But when I post my work, nobody wants to promote it. I kind of go through the same thing with the podcast, even with guests I have on. Yeah. Like I'll have guests on and they won't even share it. And I'm like
you have like they like you put their show on and they won't share their own show. Like
I'll put them on this podcast and I'll spend hours and days making clips and like going through like the little nitty bitty like
little seconds,
and just spend hours on it, and then they won't even like repost it. I've had like 4 or 5 guests, and that's no shade to them. It's just like it's so upsetting, like to take up all that time and to put in all that work and be like them like practically want to go on for you, like and say like over and over, and kind of like I'm not say bug you, but be like, oh, let's do our episode. And then you do it, and then they don't even promote it.
But it's like, what's the point?
That's what I'm saying. Like, what's the point of coming on if you ain't gonna promote it? And
like obviously to have a great conversation, right?
Yeah, 100%.
But it's like you're like this is like going to be posted on social media. The cameras aren't here for like just for the conversation. They're here to capture the conversation, but they're here to like post it to like the world
to get the great parts out of the conversation.
Right, and then like you don't want to show this side of you. You don't want to show like the intellectual side or like the mental awareness side of yourself. It's kind of like it's kind of
and I
weird,
feel like to me, I feel like it's like some people, it's just the quality is not up there. Like they want everything else. I think that is the thing I've realized is some people I don't think fuck with the quality. Like I have good quality, but my quality is not the best quality. If that makes sense. Like I have great quality, and my quality of work for somebody who does it all themselves is pretty great. But I think they're looking for some like Jay Shetty quality or some like Joe Budden quality or some like crazy Charlemagne the God camera quality. And like that's what I was saying. I was like, I need to upgrade my stuff.
But the people that you just named have a team.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying? Like for the people at home that don't know this man Joseph Grable is doing this all by himself. He is shooting it, doing the 2 cameras, has a microphone, has the whole podcast setup, and he's doing it all by himself. So like the people you named, I'm back with you. The people that you just named have a whole team. Granted, they have some money to go behind it to back it. Yeah. But they have a whole team. Imagine you had a whole team of people that's just focusing on this, focusing on that. Dude, yeah, people are like the quality is gonna be better. Yeah, 100%. But right now, bro, it's just like you're building this podcast from your ground up with yourself. And it's gonna be like that. I think personally that it's a great podcast. Bro.
Thank you, bro.
I think you got the art down, the cover art down. You got the conversations down. You got the guests down. You got people that's like trying to grow themselves. And like it's kind of I think it's kind of crazy that they don't want to repost this or post
it's crazy
it
to me too. And I keep telling people too. What's crazy to me is like if you're creative, you should start a podcast. Man, and any niche. You know why? This podcast is why I got the job with Disney.
Wow.
That was the final like leading point of why I got the job. Wow. They told me that's why.
You think maybe because they saw some episodes?
So they could see my personality.
Yeah.
They could see my personality. They could see who I was as a person. They could see what I was about. And then on top of that, then they just looked at my work on my resume, and then they looked at a few of the clips I'm sure I sent them.
Wow.
And it's like, boom. It's like people don't realize it's like, yeah, this is hard work. And yeah, people like for instance, like people always ask me like my view count. I'm like, guys, I've probably gotten like a max 3,000 streams on all episodes in total.
Freaking good though.
Which is good. Like great when you're just starting out and you're nobody.
And
you
you're
know
by
what
yourself.
I mean?
Yeah.
By yourself doing this. I mean, I feel like cloud nine about it. You know what I mean? But so some people it's not. But it's like out of all those 3,000 streams, I'm not even counting the views since I started doing the reels. Mm-hmm. Out of all those, you have no idea who listened or saw that stuff.
Who is that? You know
you have no idea. Like, yeah, you can see how many people did, but you have no idea who did.
Because one of those people could have been Miss Smart, huh?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. That's what I'm saying, man. And so, like,
they all got social media. Everybody got social media.
Everybody got social media. It's like I always tell people, like, start some type of content creation, even if it's just you doing little videos. This is what I'm going to start doing. I'm going to do my podcast, but I'm also going to be doing like little motivational videos with my cinematic camera, so that quality looks gnarly, and I'm going to start putting that on my main page, and then put this quality on my podcast page. You know what I mean?
That's fire.
So it's like I started noticing people do that too, and I'm like, oh, then because I have the Sony A7 III with a 50mm lens, that's going to look gas. You know what I mean? It's going to look gas. But it only got that 30-minute time limit recorder, so it only records for 30 minutes straight, and then it stops itself. You can't bypass it or anything. That's why I don't use it for this. Otherwise, I would use it.
I'm about to say, then, you know. But
but then I'd have to stop in the middle of it.
That's so weird.
It's so weird. But that's why I was saying I want to upgrade these cameras, is because the Sony A6000s, they're continuous. But they have the same quality as the A7. Maybe not as great, but it still has the 4K basic quality to it, which will still make this look super crisp.
Have you looked into Black Magics?
I have. They're just too spendy.
Too spendy?
Yeah.
Oh, like you gotta buy that.
You gotta buy this, that. They're like a red camera. You gotta buy all the
About time you get to it, because I still gotta get a freaking external. I mean, I have an external battery, but I think I gotta get a piece to connect to the.
Yeah.
It's a whole thing.
It's a whole thing.
It's a whole thing, bro.
Yeah, no. Well, I'm gonna try to sell these ones. I'm gonna be taking a break from a few recording episodes to see if I could try to sell these first and then go buy those cameras.
Okay, yeah.
Because I'm gonna be really busy these next.
You're gonna be really busy.
Next 2 months.
Dude, I'm excited for you, bro.
You so much,
don't
man.
post it to get in trouble. Like, send me some shit, bro. I want to see some shit.
Yeah, I got you.
I mean, we're gonna cut that out. Let's cut that out, bro.
I don't even know if I'm allowed that on my phone.
Oh, they probably take it away.
Like, dude, legit. Like, because I'm on the AD side, so I'm like. I get to see a lot of things.
They're gonna bro, you're gonna turn your phone in.
Yeah.
They're gonna confiscate your phone.
They probably will.
Oh no.
And I'm gonna be there for like 16 hours. Bro.
No phone, no connection to life, just Kevin Feige and Marvel and
so if you zoom in there, but no, like the people I'll be working for, I've Googled them and I'm like, whoa, like like the guy.
Okay,
I'm really excited. The guy I've been texting. By the time this stuff comes out, I'm sure we'll be good friends. But I've been texting this guy. And he was the first assistant director for A Star Is Born with Lady Gaga and Bradley Cooper. And I was like, dude, that is my favorite movie. That is my favorite movie in the last 10 years that have come out. I'm like, this dude's going to hate me. Like, I'm going to ask so many questions about his career.
Yeah.
And just so many questions. Like, I'm going to eat up all the info I can.
Bro, dude, I honestly, first of all, I thought it was weird that I look people up that I work with. I thought it was a weird thing, but they're kind of they're low-key kind of famous, so it's like,
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, so I'm gonna look up who I work with for sure. You wouldn't do that at 9 to 5.
Well, when you got a whole email chain of people from the same studio, you're like, okay, I'm gonna do some digging.
Yeah, who's who.
Yeah. Of course I'm gonna.
Do just to see who's who.
Yeah, just to see who's who and what they do. So I have no, not even just have acknowledgement of their work. So when I meet them, be like, oh yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like you putting a name to a face.
Yeah. Well, a lot of them don't even have pictures on IMDb.
Oh,
because they're crew members, so a lot of them just don't care.
Yeah,
to put their face on there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're content creators / filmmakers, so we want our face to be out there.
Yeah,
they're just straight
crew.
Just that's all they want.
So okay, so there's a lane for us.
Yes.
There's a lane for us. Okay, because I look at these crew members. I'm like, oh, dude, be like my age, and I'm working grip or whatever. I'm like, damn, bro, how'd you get this job? I was like, yeah, just straight grip. I look them up or follow them on social media, and they just really don't care about social media or anything like that. Just care about the work.
That's all.
Going to work. I'm like, damn.
Well, I had someone.
Should I be like that?
I saw this podcast episode from a really good buddy of mine. Now his name's Vinny. His podcast is called Who Is with Vinny. And he just brings on like these CEOs, and he had this girl from the, you know who the Bohemian Group is, like the agency. Well, they're just.
I heard of them actually.
Yeah. They're pretty big. They've been around since like 92, 93. Well, the CEO was on there, and she was explaining how people are trying to be influencers and actors, but you can only be one. She's like, if you get in a casting,
influencers and actors. I'm thinking about like how can you be an influencer and that. Isn't that a thing?
So an influencer is somebody that makes money off of the internet, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook.
Okay.
That's an influence. An actor is somebody that makes money acting.
But aren't you acting on the internet?
Yes, but that's self-inflicted.
Okay.
That's self-inflicted. That's something you built.
Oh, okay.
That's something you built. You're an actor because you work for a studio. You work for a production.
Yeah.
I'm not saying these content creators aren't actors, but they're really not actors. They're amateur actors. Like real deal actors are actors like in plays and movies. You know what I mean?
Okay, so they act for like whatever their content is. Within the actor acts for
whatever the story is,
and they have to like fit the story, fit their own story.
Yeah, exactly. And so she was explaining that you can't be both. If you want to be an influencer, great, focus on that, because like that's great, do that. But if you want to be an actor, don't give a shit about your following, because you're gonna get in these casting rooms. They don't give a shit who you are. Dude, there are like 30s, 40s, 50s like year olds like who don't give a shit about social media, dude. I mean, maybe 5-10 years from now I could see it being a big problem, like a big issue, you know what I mean? But right now in this moment,
following like when we're 40,
like when we're already up, you know what I mean? When we're already up, I could see it being a big following thing, being an issue.
Yeah.
But like right now she's explaining that like influencers come in thinking they have all this talent because they have all these followers. No, you just have followers because you were yourself online. That doesn't mean you can act.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean you can play a character. That doesn't mean anything.
Literally.
It doesn't mean anything. It just means you have a bunch of people that follow you. That's it.
Literally.
That's all. Like, that's it.
That's what everybody is caught up in with this money thing, with this I need a baller, I need this and that, like, because of social media and like this follower thing. Like, and I think that's crazy, like with this verification thing. Like, how do you feel about that, the verification thing?
Yo, people begin. So mine's verified, but I got mine verified through my business because I have an LLC. And so I had been waiting on mine for 3 months, and the time it got verified just happened to be the same week everyone could buy verifications. Yeah. Because if you go in mine, it'll say it still asks me to subscribe. Yeah. If you go into mine, like, dude,
I didn't realize you had to like pay a subscription, like
people paying like $15. I'm like, no, damn, dude, no way, bro.
$15 is like, damn. Like for me, I have bills, bro. Like I do a car business, do tour,
and like. That's smart. I always think about doing that.
Shit, bro. We can talk about that too, like
let's talk about
leveraging credit and stuff like that.
Yo, I don't know if you know, I have an associate's in business.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I know all about business too. I just don't talk about it because I'm plotting and scheming. You know
literally, bro. Like I dress like this when I'm moving cars and stuff like that. You know.
I had no idea. See, guys, like we've been homies for a good minute. We had no idea any of these things about each other.
I just keep it super. I try to keep it super low key.
Yeah, same, dude.
I mean, I don't try to keep it super low key.
You can't tell everybody everything out here, bro. People shit on good news.
Everybody can't go. Shout out No Sense. Everybody can't go, bro. Honestly, bro.
Yeah,
that's really a thing where it's like, you like, dude. I had some dude like really like pretend to be a friend, you know, and really just the whole time looking at my pockets, losing money the whole time. Yeah. You know, and I, like too busy, caught up, distracted with life, and I'm just losing money the whole time, and end up being like just fucked for me, my situation. But anyway, yeah, bro, like Turo's a thing where you could definitely like buy a car, then have it out on rental. It's definitely taking a chance, because you got to make sure the car is paid off, and the insurance and stuff, but. Doing it though, do you pay off the cars like in 2 years, and your credit skyrockets for you to want to go get a house? You can live in an apartment, buy a house, and once you buy a house, you can rent that out on Airbnb. You got to make sure the area is good, obviously, to do that. But like, you can rent that out on Airbnb.
That's what we're gonna do. Once if I stay with Disney, which praying I can. Yeah. We want to buy a property out in Vegas, like a condo. Yeah. Like. not on the strip, but like a few blocks from the strip. Stupid money can be made there. Airbnb.
Yeah,
Easy.
you gotta make sure it's right. I think it's straight in Vegas. Some states it's still weird, but you gotta make sure it's straight. And once you do that, bro, yeah, do stupid money, because now you have a car business. Say you do the Turo route first. You have a car business. You're doing film. So while you're doing film, you have a car business. You're luckily married. You have somebody that can help you out. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
You have friends that can help you out.
Yeah.
You know, so like, you know, you have like 3 cars, right?
Yeah.
You know, like for me, I have a Mustang, Mercedes, and a Kia. I used the Mustang and the Mercedes on Turo. The Kia, I put it on Get Around. It's another app we get into, but I put it on Get Around, and I also do Lyft. So while I'm doing all that, making money every day, yeah, it's like maintenance on the car, but I'm making money every day, right? And then so you just run up the car and try to pay it off as fast as possible. You pay it off as fast as possible, then you use your credit, you leverage your credit to take out a loan and get a house. Like I said, you use that house, you Airbnb it, you get people to basically do the same thing you did with the cars, do with the house now. Now your credit is like, you pay off the house in like 3 years, 4 years maybe, you know, depending on how big the house is or whatever. You do that, then once you do that, bro, then boom, bro, like then you're out. Like you pretty much have like great credit. You should have at that point made a profit off the cars, paid off the house. Now you're making a profit off the house. If you want to continue doing that, you get another house you could live in now, have that house pay off this house. It just gets all crazy, bro. You know, it gets really deep in that. But dude, like, it's crazy how new credit is. Credit's still fairly new. Like how people like learn about credit. It's still fairly new, bro. And the way you could just use your credit to just leverage it and kind of like grow yourself without using money.
Yeah,
your own money.
Well, the thing too, though, is like people that start out in credit too, I don't realize they understand how simple the concept of starting out with credit is too.
Yeah.
People just over exaggerate, because I was explaining this to my cousin Josh. He's always spending money left and right. I mean, he's a construction worker. He makes
money too.
He makes money. You know what I mean? He's spending money left and right. And I'm like, I asked him one day, we were out for lunch, and I noticed he never slaps down a credit card. Never. And I'm like, dude, like, why don't you ever charge your credit card? He's like, oh, I don't use credit cards. I was like, bro, you make like $90,000 a year. What do you mean you don't use a credit card?
Yeah.
And he didn't even understand the basic concept. He's only 2 years younger than me.
Yeah.
He didn't understand the basic concept of just like getting a credit card, paying for groceries, and then immediately paying that credit card, and then it boosts your credit. But then I realized 90% of the world don't even understand that concept, bro.
Still don't.
And like they still don't. And like I'll never forget this. This is when the light bulb clicked in my head when in business school. I was sitting in like business 103 or something, or business 104, something like that. It was we were learning banking and credit, and he explained. My teacher explained. He's like, I never understood people your guys' age. You guys just run up your credit cards and this and that. He's like, why don't you use that for groceries and gas, and then go immediately home and pay for the same exact money you were gonna use for that anyways. And I just like light bulb just like went off in my head. I was like, so you're telling me I just go pay with this thing, even though I already have the money on my card, and then I just go home and just pay in an app, and then it's like I never spent, and I was like, whoa, my credit's been great ever since. Yeah. And that was like 4 or 5 years ago.
Because now, like, think about it too. Now you're like really in the dumps, right? You lost everything, right? Like your credit's dropping, but before it drops completely, you pull out something to save you real quick, like a card. I mean, you're gonna put yourself deeper in the hole. You just keep pulling out cards and trying to like do all that stuff, right? But like the point is, you take your credit and you use your credit to pay off things. You use your credit to take out a loan and use other people's money to pay off that loan. And it's not like you're taking just people's money. It's for a service that they need. A car. You have somebody from Texas visiting California. They don't want to go through a car rental. They're too young, and or their credit isn't good, or whatever the case may be. They can go through Turo. They can find any car they want that they could pay for. They can find my Mercedes there, or say they want to drive stick shift, they can find my Mustang there. They could pay it off for the weekend, or like, you know, give me the money for the weekend through Turo. And if they say, like, God forbid, but say someone crashes one of the cars, Turo covers that. Turo covers the crash. So it's like, boom, bro. Like, it's kind of scary because people are like, oh, what about the crash? Yeah, Turo covers that.
Yeah.
So it's like, dude, like, what are you losing?
People will find every excuse in the book not to start something.
Not to take a chance on themselves.
Yeah, I love my grandmother to death, but she kind of does the same thing where she'll always, like, when you mention something, she's supportive, of course. She's incredibly supportive. But the first thing she does is start naming all the negative things off first.
That's old school, bro.
That's what I'm saying. But, like, it's just like, I totally know what you mean. Like, people just, like, they'll do anything to talk you out of it. But then once you start doing it and you're proving people wrong, they're like, oh, you can actually do it.
Dude.
It's this film stuff all over again. Like, literally. People, I'm sure when you left, people were like, okay, Terrence. Like, literally. Go make film. You know, people do the same thing.
They didn't believe it. They didn't believe it. And it's all right.
People do the same.
It's like, dude, I think that's the only child in me. But it's like, all right, fine, don't believe. I got myself. You know, I got myself, bro. And I'm banking on myself. Like, I love my friends. I love my family. You know, but it's like, you know, take a chance. Like, what's the like I tell people, like, and I tell this story, bro, and I love telling the story because I love motivating people. That's like always been my goal of mine, to motivate people, right? I worked at the ceramic place in Riverside, and I'm from the IE, shout out Ontario. I worked at this ceramic place in Riverside, and I had this guy that worked there. He was there in the ceramic lab, like, working, like, all the time, right? And he was good at what he did. He was really good, the best guy there. If someone had a problem, they'd go to him. He would fix it, right? Really good. And he was real, like, chill. But, like, and, like, we, you know, we'll hang out and stuff like that. He was real, like, cool, like a real cool guy. He's a real cool guy, right? He was just there, and, like, me and him would chat it up all the time, bro. And I had a boss that, like, was really on my head all the time, bro. Really hit on my head all the time. And, dude, like, this helped me, like, push myself out to go, like, take a chance. I was like, dude, like, I can't be here, whatever. But I was telling him, like, bro, like, you love it here, this and that. Like, he was telling me, like, yeah, I really want to, like, cut hair, like, be a barber. And I love drawing. Like, I'm good at drawing. Like he showed me his drawing. I'm like, bro, you're good as fuck at drawing. Like, take a chance on yourself. Like, go to barbering, go to, you know, whatever. And he was like, yeah, I really like barbering. So he took a chance on, like, barbering or whatever, right? And I told him, like, bro, like, even if you go take a chance on barbering and you don't like it, you can always come back here. They love you here. You're made here. You're good, bro. Like, if you want to, just try it, right? You know you got a job here. When you come back, you know they'll hire you. No problem. He's like, yeah, that's true. So I'm like, and it's funny because, like, we'll kick it out. We'll kick it after work. And I usually don't do this, but we'll kick it after work when we were just drinking, smoking for like 4 hours after we got out of work type thing. You know what I mean? I got out of work like 4 hours, 5 hours ago, you know? But, like, I'm like, fuck it, you know? So I'm like, yeah, we're just drunk, talking to each other, kicking it. I was like, yeah, bro, let's take a chance. So I told him, like, yeah, bro, go look, because I'm leaving, bro. I'm going to LA. And I'm leaving, bro. I'm taking a chance on myself, bro. So it's not like I'm just speaking out of my ass. I'm literally telling you what I'm I'm practicing what I'm preaching. I'm telling you exactly what I'm doing. I'm like, bro, take a chance on what you do. This is all I know, bro. I know film. I know this. You know, haircuts. Like, it's gonna suck at first. Obviously, you're not gonna get no customers. No one knows who you are. But, bro, that's why you build yourself, do all that stuff, right? So, like, a month or two after I quit, I saw he like quit. He quit, left, and, like, was like cutting hair and stuff. And I was like, damn, he really listened to what I said. Yeah. I'm like, damn, he really listened to what I said. So he made the page. He made the haircut page. And I was like one of his first followers, right? Because I'm like, yeah, like, I'm going to back you on this. I'm not going to get a haircut or nothing, but I'm going to back you on this for sure. You know, this is too far for me. But I was like, I'm going to back you on this, right? I watched him grow his page from zero followers to, like, I think he's at like 300 followers. And this is less than like 6 months.
Yeah, that's crazy.
This is less than 6 months. And I can see he's getting like people, like, he's getting people in the chair. He's getting people in the chair. You know what I mean? And it's funny because, like, I'm a black guy, bro. And, like, us black people, we take our haircut serious as fuck. I mean, I'm sure everybody does, but, like, we really, you know, we got the waves and all that stuff, you know? Sure, yeah. So, like, bro, I see black people in his chair, and it's a Mexican cat, bro. And I see black people in his chair. I'm like, bro, he's making it. He's doing it, bro. Like, they just so, you know what I mean? Because what you see is, like, for me, bro, I always, whenever I switch barbers, bro, I'm like, all right, let me, like, you guys, like, let me see your work, but, like, if it's, like, on a black dude, I'm like, let me see, like, you know, let me see if you got some black people in here. Okay. Because I try to imagine myself, you know, because it's the same type of hair, you know? So I'm like, okay, all right, I get it. Okay, yeah, I can trust you for sure, you know?
Yeah, nothing feels better than motivating people, bro. I pick up people all the time. They'll take, like, they won't, like, I'll see them in person. This happens more in person than more in messages, but sometimes I'll get a message. But, like, I'll see somebody in person, and they're like, dude, your episode last week, I was like,
yeah.
I was like, you actually listened? Holy shit. I was like, oh my gosh. It makes you feel so good.
Yeah. I love that episode with Marteverick.
That was a good
that's
one.
my boy, bro. I love that episode with Marteverick. Yeah. So, yeah, that's a great episode right there.
He's a good boy. He's the shit. Marteverick's the shit, dude.
Yeah, dude.
I love
his film's coming out too, Room Service. I don't know how he's promoting it, but shout out Room Service.
Yeah,
coming out.
Yes. Yeah, no, His thesis are pretty similar.
Oh, word?
Yeah. His, I mean, obviously his takes place in a different setting and different characters, but like ours are both mothers that overcome opioid addictions.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you know what's crazy, bro? When we went to that little event, I guess you call it. Where they're talking, they're talking about a lane, like finding a lane for like that subject, mm-hmm. right? Finding that like that momentum for that subject, right? And I think like I get what she was saying, but I feel like if the story's so good, you make that lane.
I agree.
You get what I'm saying? Like it's not necessarily like, oh, this is like the time for opioid addiction, like movies, right? But this is the time, like if this is a great story, like now it's the time for opioid. You know what I mean? Like this is the wave now for it.
Yeah, I agree. I disagreed with her on that. I would say is because it's like she was kind of pretty much like saying that, like, not that it was bad, but she was saying that sometimes you can't pave your own way, and I think that's a little sus because
that's the old school in her. I feel
that, like. Yeah. It's like you can pave your own way. It's just how badly do you want it? Are you willing to stay up 24 hours in a day to get something out? I mean, I have, dude. Like, there's been episodes where I like slacked hard, and like I promised someone it would be out on a certain day. Stayed up the whole night editing it, popped it out before it was 8 a.m. Dude, yeah. Like, if you're not like willing to do that, like your path ain't gonna be there. Yeah. It's not gonna even be there.
How bad do you want it?
Yeah, or like
I ask myself that all the time.
Yeah, dude. Or when we were doing the thesis, is like I love my team and I'm so grateful for them, but I did majority of the work, like mm-hmm. even like a majority of like the camera prep and stuff. Yeah, I did all the storyboards, the shot. I did all of it, and like I had assistance from the DP and stuff, but he was really there just to shoot and work with the lighting guy, and that's kind of the thing he did. And so like I tell people, I'm like, if there's a will, there's a way. Like you have to stay up. Yeah. Like, if you really want something, you'll stay up and get it done.
And or maybe it's the producer in me, and or ask the right people. Because I think knowing the right people, and it's like, how do I know the right people? This is not like I'm so antisocial.
Preparation.
It's preparation. It's like there's different ways of doing it, right? It's like, for example, we live in LA. You live in Hollywood, so it's like you can look up on Eventbrite an event going on.
100%.
Pull up. Hey, I'm Joseph Grable. Hey, listen to that. You know what I mean?
Every night of the week.
Literally.
Every night of the week, there is
something's going on, huh?
So, like, when people are making bullshit excuses, I'm like, or, dude, like, I was telling you, you know, to kind of wrap up the podcast, I was telling you about the Disney thing. It's like, I, you know, said thank you for, like, your reaction because, like, you're genuinely happy for me. But I was saying some people weren't. But I, like, and you could tell they weren't. But I would send their question. I'm like, did you do, like, 300, like, resumes? Did you do over 80 cover letters? Did you cold email these fuckers every week?
And you're a big dude on that, dude.
Yeah, like I was like, did you cold email these people like 3 days a week, like consistently for like the last 6 months of your life? Yeah. Like, did you know, put in the work on a side hustle so they could notice it? Did you also like have faith and like be patient about stuff? I was like, I kept like, there's just like this one like reaction when a person just like left me on red, like after telling them. I was like, yo, like, you good? Like, I waited a few hours, and he's like, yeah, man. He's like, I just don't like feel like I should really say anything. I'm like, okay, like I'm not that I feel entitled to get a congratulations,
but it's like,
you're my homie.
Don't
like,
be a dick, like
yeah. And it's like I'm only telling a select few people at the moment, because by the time this comes out, everyone's gonna probably know. You know what I mean? Because I'm sure I'll post something about it by then. But like, you know, it's like at this time, I think I've only told like 12 people. You know, like that's 12 people out of like hundreds I know. You know what I mean? Yeah. That one person was like, it hurt worse because it was a family member, but that hurts the worst.
Yeah, they know how to hurt you.
Yeah, they know how to get to you. So like, you know, but I was just sitting there. I'm like, dude, you don't work as hard as me. Yeah, outwork everybody. Like, I don't care what anybody says. It's like, and you feel this too. It's like, there's one thing nobody can take from me on a set is that I outwork everybody. I am always sweating. I'm always like a mess on set. It's because I just make it my mission to outwork you and every single person in this entire business. You know, we could be like the biggest best friends in the world, and I'll look at you across the set and be like, I'm gonna outwork your ass.
It's it's a like, for me, it's like a competition,
but it's
like
a fun competition. Yeah. It's not like oh, I'm better than you. It's like, oh,
in
homie,
life,
let's see if I can be better than you.
Yeah, and it turns to a fight.
Yeah. It's always like good energy stuff.
That's one thing I like about the UFC or just fighting in period, like MMA, mixed martial arts, is like you could do like sometimes it gets ugly where they really don't like each other, but
yeah.
I love it when they could duke it out, have the best freaking war ever,
dude.
put on a show, and then like at the end just give it a hug, like recognize like bro, like we're in this together, like this is a fight, bro, and we just put on a freaking show, bro.
Yeah, dude.
You know, like last night on Sonya, and I don't know if you saw that knockout.
I didn't do. I was because I was feeling like shit still through the day. I was in bed by like 7.
Oh my god,
yeah, I was sleeping.
Oh my god, so was
I heard it was gnarly.
So was Pereira.
Yeah, I heard it was gnarly,
dude. It was like my jaw was like this. I'm gonna show you for like after the like once they did the post fight production or post fight interview. Once they did that, like bro, I finally lifted my jaw. But I was like, for like 5-10 minutes, but my jaw almost got locked out because I was just so shocked at what I just saw, bro. Like, I love the sport. It's the biggest growing sport ever, bro. And like, that's one of my dream jobs.
They just bought the WWE.
Yeah, well, they didn't. They just merged.
Endeavor.
Yeah,
Endeavor bought them.
Like your Disney would be like my UFC.
Yeah,
like camera operator for the UFC. Like I'm not a big camera operator guy. I'm more of a director or whatever. But like I love.
But what if you were directing like the back, like being like hit this camera, hit this camera, hit that camera.
I've never done that.
Because that's a job too.
Yeah. I've never done that. I think Marteverick would be good at it because he has experience at it. But dude, I would be down for that. But like, I think I'll be better on the camera side because I know what to catch. I know what to catch. I know what like when dudes are hurt. I know, you know what I mean. I know
cold emails, bro.
Oh man,
cold email those shitheads, dude.
Dude, I'm telling you,
cold email those. It works. It works, dude. I think they literally hit me up because they're like, all right, we gotta get this dude to leave us alone.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like
yeah,
just be annoying,
like,
bro.
Fuck, dude. All right, here, bro. Here's a fucking chance.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's the best advice I got. If someone just told me that they're just like, be annoying.
Yeah.
Be annoying about it.
I feel like I'm too annoying sometimes, bro.
I do too, but look where I got us.
Yeah, right. Legit.
You know what I mean? But
not legit.
Anyways, bro. But yeah, dude. Like, I get what you mean, dude. It's just so crazy. I could see you doing some UFC work though.
Man, dude, I did jiu-jitsu for a little bit, bro. Taekwondo when I was younger.
Hell yeah.
Dude, man.
I always wanted to do that stuff because like my heart condition and stuff, I was never able to like get into.
Are you able to now?
No, but I'm still going to. Like I'm gonna start taking boxing and stuff like that.
Like would it be bad?
No, I think it'd be healthier now for me, like because I have to do a lot of cardio.
Question though, like would you be able to take a hit or like pressure?
Oh, I would not be able to take a hit right there. Right there? No. Anywhere else probably.
Because like I was
right
gonna say,
in the chest.
Because I was gonna say because jiu-jitsu is like grappling and like you know what I mean. Yeah. But you're gonna have pressure on your chest though for sure.
I could probably have pressure on my chest. I could not take a hit.
Oh yeah, so yeah, I would say try jiu-jitsu for sure, bro.
Yeah, because if I took like a hit, like a foot or a fist to the chest,
yeah,
dude,
bro, that pressure, yeah, bro,
that might be bad.
That would be really bad because you can't control that. But like at least pressure you control, like bro, you know what I mean? Like you can control 100%. That, you know,
100%.
Yeah, man.
But anyways, bro, you know, I think that's a good place to start rapping and whatnot. But dude, like, thank you so much for coming on. Originally, guys, I'll talk to you guys again. Originally, he was supposed to come on yesterday. Not that you would be able to tell anyways. But like, I got really sick. Like after he got here, I got really sick. So, you know, thank you so much for coming back out today, bro. Dude. I appreciate it. I appreciate you taking the time and making the effort and just like thanks for coming on here, spend some facts, spend some motivation, man. Thank you so much. You got any last words?
Man, I love everybody, man. I love my family, love my friends, and if you have a goal or a dream, keep freaking going, man. Keep freaking going. Do not give up. I know it's hard. I know you have restless nights crying. I know it sucks. I know it freaking sucks. But there's light at the end of the tunnel if you keep going. So keep going, people. Keep going.
Hell yeah. Again, everyone, Terrence Holtz.
Yes, sir.
Right, director and producer.